Hello and welcome to the next installment of Dissection of a Fantasy Team. And today we are talking about the playoff champion from last season, Ben's Champions. Now, why do I think he's only going to finish in 5th place? Well, what else would I say right now? You're just going to have to wait to find out. Last year, I projected Ben's Champions to finish in 2nd place. He actually finished in 3rd place, but he was the playoff champion. He's always done it with offense. He's probably had more success than any other member of this 10-year league. But this year, his pitching is so thin, I don't see how it is possible that he can repeat as champion. But I know he'll make a lot of moves throughout the season, so why don't we dissect the issues with this team.
Bust.
So many busts to get to, it's not even funny. But on this one I feel the most passionately about. Maybe it's because I feel like nobody agrees with me. Everybody thinks that this guy is just going to have this monster breakthrough season, and it's Billy Hamilton. Okay, Billy Hamilton hit 256 for Louisville last year. 256. Yeah, he was 7 for 19 as a pro and stole 13 bases in a month. That's fantastic off of all those guys who are just trying to, who might never even be major league pitchers in September. Okay, some of those guys will never make it to the majors as legit pitchers. So I don't care what you did in September with your 7 for 19. I also don't care about your 327 that you hit in spring. I do not care. But you know what I do care about? That you had, as fast as you are, lightning track speed, Billy Hamilton, 24 extra base hits last season. The whole season! 24 extra base hits all season. You're telling me, okay, that in an entire 500 plus at-bat season, you only had 24 extra base hits? Well, you're not good, okay? And if you think you're going to hit leadoff in the major leagues, it's not happening. Billy Hamilton is a bust.
Bust.
This one I feel really strongly about, too. And one of the announcers on MLB Network Radio said it best. I don't know who it was, but I'm stealing it anyway because I'm allowed. It's my show. And he says, if the Mets, the Yankees, or the Phillies went to the press and said, this is going to be our starting center fielder, we would all laugh at them. But since the Red Sox do it, it's okay. I don't understand these double standards. That's right. It's Grady Sizemore. Okay? You haven't been in the majors in 2.5 years. You can't stay healthy for... good Lord, any kind of substantial time whatsoever. So how am I supposed to believe that you're going to come in here and be a legitimate fantasy player? I don't. You're a bust.
Bust.
Okay, these three amigos I'm putting together, okay? Number 1, it's oink, 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 suey, Piggy Puig, okay? You come in 25 pounds overweight, that's one thing. You can condition yourself and you can, maybe you got fat and happy with all your money. That I understand, okay? I'll give you that pass, but you are too stupid to run the bases, my friend. And Donnie Baseball will not tolerate you because you're too dumb. And then here's what was funny. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that meeting that they had where, he stands up and says, well, I'm sorry, guys. Maybe you could teach me to be better. Be better! Are you serious? Learn something. Read a book about baseball. I mean, good Lord. You cannot take that extra base because guess what? You couldn't do it last year when you were 25 pounds lighter. You're a bust. Next guy, Hanley Ramirez. He can't stay healthy. That's the only reason. If he would stay healthy, I would say he's not a bust, but you can't expect him to stay healthy all year. So Hanley Ramirez is the next one. And this one I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because I've talked about him so much. Chris Davis. Chris Davis comes back to earth. I'll say it once. I said it before. whatever. He's Mark Trumbo. That's what he is. He's coming back down. He strikes out way too much. Way too much. So yes, Chris Davis can hit 30 home runs, which isn't maybe a bust, but he's not getting that 50 that you had last year. Sorry, not happening. They're my three amigo busts. Okay. Now I got all the busts out of my system, so I have to be nice. Albert Pujols, okay? Albert Pujols is on a mission to show he's one of the best players of all time. He's going to have a monster breakout year. Albert Pujols, buy. Buy big. Buy all out. Keep buying.
No fantasy for you. No, none.
Okay, I got one guy, and it's Jonathan Schoop. Okay, Jonathan Schoop's not good enough to be on a fantasy team to even stockpile for future prospect-ish stuff. Okay, there's all kinds of better second basemen you can have then. There's all kinds of second basemen you can have now. All kinds of better second basemen, and I don't want to hear it. I know he's a big Oriole fan. I don't care. I don't care. Oriole magic, not happening for Jonathan Schoop. You can do better.
Ten questions with Sean.
Number 10. Why do you have so many busts on this team? Are you sure it's the fifth best team?
His offense is ridiculous. It's that simple.
Number 9. Why doesn't Matt Wieters just hit right-handed? What, as opposed to wrong-handed? What does that even mean?
It's a great question, Sean. I would love someone to actually answer that for me. If you're better, that much better, if you hit 100 points higher from one side, maybe you should just hit from that side. It's not rocket science.
Yes, that's actually left-handed. I see that now. Number 8. How many of the top 50 offensive Yahoo ranked players are on this team?
8. That's a lot, and that's why he's going to make the playoffs.
Number 7. What do you think about all of his outfielders?
8, and that's a lot. Didn't I just say Adam Jones, Bryce Harper, Twiggy Puig, the Hamilton brothers, Nick Markakis, Grady Sizemore. I mean, 4 or 5 of those are legitimate starting everyday outfielders. They're ridiculous, okay? I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, those are the top 20 guys. They're legit. And that's why he's going to make the playoffs.
Number 6 is Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman. That's a funny name. Is Freddie Freeman an MVP caliber player? He certainly has an MVP name.
Yes. I do think them losing McCann as an offensive presence may take a slight step back, but yes, he is an MVP caliber player.
Number 5. Can Ben's champions survive Pedro Alvarez's low batting average?
And nope, it won't matter. His team can handle it.
Number 4. Number 4 seems to be the movie question, so we will maintain that. What is Ben's champion's favorite movie?
Ben's favorite movie is The Godfather.
Yes, I was up for that role too, but they said my Scottish accent was too thick. Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in. I think I would have done way better than Marlon Brando, especially in 1972. Number 3, what do you think about his pitching staff? Number 2, what do you think about his bullpen? So the number 1 question obviously is, so you're telling me you don't need pitching to win in this league? I mean, come on, man. I'm not even a baseball fan, and I know that you need there's 2 phases. There's hitting and there's pitching. Jeez. Why do I even bother? Man.
Oops, Sean. Ben's Champions has proved you do not need pitching to win in this league. So now it's time for Ira to brag about his hot date that he had last week, and he can also, tell us what his take is on Ben's team.
Ira's Island.
Hello and welcome to Ira's Island. It's me, Ira Blog. I'm sorry, buddy. What, didn't you like your new outfit? Oh, no, it's not that. I just need a break. I mean, this girl just won't leave me alone. Anyway, okay, let's talk about Ben's team, okay? Ben's champions have always been champions for a reason, and it's their offense, okay? The offense can always carry the pitching staff. And he does have a pitching staff. Don't let Jason lead you astray, okay? He's got Tim Lincecum. He's got CC Sabathia. These guys had won Cy Youngs in the past. So, I mean, yeah, they're not what they used to be, but at least they're serviceable pitchers. He's got Gallardo, who I know he's struggled the last year or two, but if he can return to prominence, I mean, there you've got three solid guys. You don't know exactly what you're going to get out of Martin Perez. I do understand that, but at least there's some hope there. Tony Cingrani, prospect pitcher, playing for a good team, and Kuroda, I mean, come on. Kuroda's been a great guy for the last 200, the last 3 years for 200 innings. So, I mean, and he's even got an up-and-comer in Chris Tillman. So, I mean, he's got a pitching staff. I mean, yes, it's a below-average pitching staff, definitely. But the actual offense, it doesn't matter. It'll carry it. It'll be fine. And I mean, I believe he finishes probably in third or fourth. I mean, if his pitching just completely goes to crap, I mean, yeah, he could technically miss the playoffs. I just don't see how that could possibly happen. So yeah, I think Ben's champions will be just fine. Honey, can you come rub my feet? I have to go. This is Ira's Island. This is Ira Blog with Ira's Island. Well, it looks like Ira's got all kinds of new problems to deal with. Look, Ben's team, he has the track record and he knows what he's doing. Okay, now, I will tell you this. What he'll do with his pitching staff as the season progresses, he'll pick up some guy named Henry Smith that nobody's ever heard of, and he's going to win 15 games once he picks him up. And then he's going to be like, I can't believe that Henry Smith was on the free agent list. Well, yeah, as soon as you pick him up, that's why I call him the golden boy, he goes off. And he just becomes fantasy relevant as soon as Ben's Champions picks him up. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's not smart, but he is very, very lucky. And that's why not only will he make the playoffs, but he will make a deep run into said playoffs. So anyway, as we move on to the number 4 guy, I know I always try to give a hint at the end of the video. This one's really tough to do, so I think it's best said in a movie trailer. Enjoy.
Coming soon to a YouTube site near you. I would use the cool green preview screen if I had any idea how to do it.
Random thug. You must get my money from him, or something bad will happen to the both of you.
Old school DJ Bounce, what are you doing here? I had to use the time machine. Sean's after me for his money. But I paid him, we paid him 15 years ago. I know we did, unless Random Thug got his hands on the money and he's never going to give it to Sean. Yeah. Don't worry, Sean. I can't promise you I'm going to get you to Benjamin's, but I promise you he's going to get the beating of his life. Yeah. Wait. You're making a movie and I'm not in it?
Because, Ira, you're not interesting.
I am too interesting. And why is everybody using their real names at the movie?
Who cares about the names? It's just an internet movie.
Well, wiser, older version of myself, where are we going? And why is your windshield so dirty? Well, old school DJ Bounce, my windshield is so dirty because, my windshield washer is broken in my car. And we need to go someplace safe, someplace where they can't find us. But it's not going to last for long because eventually they'll track us down. There's really only one person who can save us. Only one person who can make everything right for us.
Excellent. Even Superman cannot stop us. But you need to hurry up, because as everyone knows, there is only one last midnight.
One Last Midnight. Is it a bad YouTube movie? Or is it the 4th ranked fantasy baseball team? You decide.